Welcome to Cut to the Chase, where we talk about compelling legal, regulatory, and public interest information and news. Your host is Gregg Goldfarb, an attorney, entrepreneur, investor, and activist.
All right, folks, it's time for our favorite podcast, Cut to the Chase. On my way here, of course, I had to get cat food. I'm like, should I go to the grocery store? No, e-commerce. And what is the latest addition in my life is TikTok. All of a sudden, like, I'm realizing how key TikTok is, and it's just not silly, childish, looking good kind of stuff. So I figured, what better opportunity now that I got my brain, my 58, almost 59-year-old brain wrapped around this e-commerce, to bring in Eitan Koter to talk about e-commerce. How are you doing today, Eitan?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm excellent. Thank you for asking. So Eitan, just a couple little seconds about Eitan. He's co-founder and co-CEO of Vimmi, a shoppable video SaaS company, enhancing e-commerce. So talk to me about e-commerce. Is it key? What's the benefit? TikTok shops, a lot of my audience is kind of, this is perfect for them because they need to get into the 21st century.
Exactly. So obviously e-commerce is a major part of retail. Like in the US, it's still around 25% of overall retail business, let's say gross merchandise value. Most of the retail sales are happening offline in brick and mortar stores, whether it's in retail chains and big shops and small. In China, by the way, for example, most of the retail business is online, like more than 90%. So still plenty of room to grow. And, COVID just helped a lot in just boosting e-commerce and online business in general because, brick and mortar stores were closed. So online business exploded in terms of business volume, both on direct to consumers and business to business in all variety of forms. But we are like few years post-COVID, and it's very, very competitive out there for any company, and acquiring new customers has become very difficult. And price for ads has increased substantially, whether you do it on Facebook, Instagram, or Amazon, if you have an Amazon shop. So customer acquisition has become very, very difficult. And a lot of companies are looking for new and innovative ways to just break through the noise, right? And video is like very, very important part of what's happening. It's triggered obviously because TikTok putting a lot of effort into becoming a shopping platform. TikTok started as an entertainment platform for kids and girls, as you rightly said, but then it became search platform, and today it's a shopping platform. So any video, on TikTok is giving brands or companies the ability to make this video shoppable. Shoppable video means the ability to integrate a link to purchase or click to buy now and just add the product to the cart, finalize it, a complete checkout experience inside TikTok. And we know that video is growing as well in this short form video, those 30 seconds, 60 seconds vertical short videos that requires using the right hook just to keep you engaged and stop scrolling and just keep watching. But there's also longer form videos, which are mostly 16:9 or horizontal video that are longer form, could be even 1 hour, that mostly goes to YouTube, right? And there is also live video, which is like real events that are happening right now. And we know live streaming is big across various domains like gaming and training, but it's also, there is a special version of live which is called live shopping, which is the ability to actually sell from within that specific live event, whether it's on the company website or on the company's social networks. You have the ability again to click to purchase, to respond to consumers' questions through the chat, and create this fear of missing out effect of just video is so powerful in terms of creating emotion, building engagements, and it's across the board. So video is more than 82% of the worldwide internet traffic is video, according to Cisco. So it's a very, very powerful tool to break through these days.
And I kind of grew up a musician, and the hook was always the thing. Is there
Yes.
if you're trying to write a song, you need a hook. And so nowadays, like, the hook is, you know, with the videos and keeping people's attention, because everybody's, you know, they're going to get carpal tunnel, I think, from all the
Exactly.
swiping or whatever. So let's break it down a little bit. You talked about the shoppable videos, and how does it increase online sales and boost conversion rates?
Exactly.
And so if I am, this is for someone that has an e-commerce shop. So what is the like? How is a shoppable video then different than just me coming on here for 30 seconds and telling you what we all know, which is I'm a very good looking person.
So, but on TikTok, for example, you don't have doesn't you don't need an e-commerce shop, right? So if you have an idea of selling stuff, you can build your business around TikTok Shop. TikTok Shop wouldn't allow you to redirect the checkout to your website. Okay, you must check out inside TikTok. Okay, so that's a must if you want to purchase from TikTok. By the way, today they are providing also Amazon Prime checkout, so they're opening and expanding. But for example, like Meta, which is Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, they give you the options to click a link or a button and redirect to your own e-commerce website, right? But again, it's not a must. They're providing a lot of tools to facilitate product pages, checkout, payment. TikTok also has like fulfilled by TikTok, which is all the shipping, management, handling, warehousing, supply chain. They can do that for you as well. So they're very, very serious. They're actually competing with Amazon these days. Okay. And it works for all products. It started with these small products, maybe cosmetics, fashion, but it's any product out there. It can be physical product, services, digital products, a lot of it doesn't have to be a shopping event. The whole idea with shoppable and interactivity is to engage users through the fact that their users are clicking on a link or on a button to do something. It can be a click to checkout, it can be a click to a survey, or it can be a click to an auction, or click to many, many things that like a call to action that is important for you to maybe to a landing page or to a web form. This triggers more activities. Video is very powerful in terms of increasing conversion rates. Like in those live events, if it's marketed correctly, we see sometimes conversion rates are like increasing like tenfolds for e-commerce conversion rates are around 2%, and it's still the same for 2 decades, right? No one was able to actually improve that. Amazon is different because Amazon is higher than that, but if you integrate live into your platform, integrate shoppable videos, and make the whole thing more future-proof, interactive, or I would say immersive, then conversion rates can go up to 20%, 30% of these specific live events, and they're very, very powerful on that respect. And the other side of the thing is cart abandonment. We know that cart abandonment is very, very high across the board. People are interested, they're probably visiting the product page, click to checkout, but they stop somehow in the process. So those videos that are suddenly popping up or they are embedded into the product page helps a lot with just that final step of convincing people to click to purchase. Videos can be also, by the way, video reviews from happy customers, right? We can manage on our platform and we can integrate to the to the website or to the social net media accounts of the customers. And all those videos are very engaging. People, some people like to read, some people like to listen, but a lot of people like to see, right? It just creates and touches different area in our brain, which is more emotional, which more related to create rapport and just relationship building. And business, we know, is all about building relationship first, and then offer something to purchase. So that's like step number one is building this foundation of relationships. And once you that's figured out and people trust you because you're consistent and you're showing up online with videos, then they will be more open to accept your offer and probably purchase from you.
All right. So when you're talking about like live events and having these shoppable videos, you're talking about like when you live, it could be a concert, it could be just some conference.
Yes, it can. It's like the new generation of QVC or HSN, right? Like the shopping channels as well. So it can be a CEO who is just want to talk to his global employees or conference. Yeah, any type of live stream that is, can be news, sports, uh, entertainment. I mean, all sorts of it of live are supported, but they have additional layers of chat system that helping interactivity and communication with the users. And as I said, those interactive buttons to enable some kind of a call to action.
We're talking about products and services,
Of
right?
course.
All right. So, because I know I have a lot of people that come on my show that are coaches. And for
Yes.
me, I think that would be a
We
perfect.
work with coaches that, for example, launch their courses on Kajabi or Thinkific or any of these platforms, and nothing happens, right? They spend 1 year on the digital course and no one knows about it. So we've integrated with this platform, and the live shopping events and that shoppable aspect gives them sales acceleration tools for them to promote their digital course. That's very important as a sales tool, which is again organic. You don't need to pay for advertising. You don't need to, spend money on it. You just need to spend time on creating content.
I'm an attorney. I
Yep.
get, I've started to get some calls from people that are, using Amazon and having problems, and they get shut out, and I have
Yep.
absolutely no idea. Like, and I tell them, I say, you figure it out and tell me what I could do for you.
Yeah.
So now we've gone from, I mean, things are moving so fast in the world. I mean, before it's only been like a couple decades that we've had internet, it seems like, and all of a sudden
Yes.
there's e-commerce. I'm finally wrapping, and now you're telling me, boy, you don't even need e-commerce. You could do, or Amazon, you could do a TikTok shop.
Yes. By the
And,
way, in Asia, sorry to interrupt, in Asia,
sure.
right? Like 80% of the businesses are on TikTok. And if they're successful on TikTok, they go to open their own Shopify or e-commerce platform. Or why? Because when you open your e-commerce platform, your amazing brand product.com, right? E-commerce platform, it's great, but no one knows about it. Okay. If you launch it on TikTok and you're being consistent in creating content, you have followers, you have audience, you can work with influencers, they have an internal affiliate marketplace that you can engage with sellers who can push your product and services by a rev share, right? It's a sales machine. Okay. This is very, very powerful for generating new leads, new business opportunities, something that you don't have when you launch your own platform, right?
All right. So I know one of my next guests that's coming on my show has launched a clothing line.
Yeah.
So she would be a perfect person, I think, to
Yes.
wrap her brain around the TikTok shop to get popular, and
Yep.
then, scale up to the e-commerce world.
Yes.
Again, going back to the lawyer part of me, I know that there's legislation in America to get rid of TikTok. I'm just get rid of is like the simplest way. What are you hearing? Are you hearing anything about that?
So, I mean, all I see is just continuous growth on TikTok, right? There was obviously a lot of discussion probably 1 year ago or about TikTok, and what we see that, I mean, all niches, all type of brands, small, medium, large, like even like high ticket items like furniture companies, car dealers, all the niches are very, very active on TikTok. And if it will be shut down, we don't see this happening in the short term, and we don't think this is again the general thought process in the industry is that it's going to be still around for quite a while. But TikTok is just one option. There are very, very good options around Facebook with Facebook Shop, around Instagram, also with Pinterest, obviously with YouTube, which is enhancing and launching a lot of, let's say, shoppability functionalities inside the platform to enable shopping. And this is just starting because this whole concept is called social commerce. Okay. And social commerce is a big opportunity because it's so difficult to acquire new customers to your own e-commerce platform. So why not deploying videos and provide checkout opportunities to users where they're spending most of their time on social media networks, right? And those platforms are aware of that. And videos just keep users in more time on the platform. And they're happy with that. So their algorithms favoring videos, right? Because they are longer form, then they can create much more engagement on the platform, so that they're pushing this through the algorithms, and all of them will launch some kind of a social commerce functionalities, because first they want to take some share of it, right? So TikTok, I take in today between 8 to 12%, depending on the niche that you operate, from your actual sale. This is probably will be available also by Instagram, Facebook, right, and YouTube, and many other platforms. So if TikTok will not be there, it doesn't matter. It will be totally available in other platforms as well.
Yeah.
But the mindset of CMOs and leaders out there is that it is important to create that founder-led content, that employee-generated content, that executive content, which is very, very powerful for differentiation and just telling your true story, be authentic online, and differentiate through this authenticity, which is very, very important today.
All right. As a podcaster to another podcaster, Eitan hosts Ecom Pulse podcast. I know that a lot of the podcasts that I follow actually are live. And I think that that's also kind of dovetails exactly with what we're talking about over here. And in the context of, so why am I doing a podcast? I'm an attorney. I'm not really selling products. Yeah, I'm looking to be move into the influencer world.
Yes.
What that means, I'm not really that sure. But I know that has a lot of meaning with you, and in terms of moving the needle and getting yourself up there in the world of sales, that's key. So tell us about what steps you think are essential for executing a successful influencer marketing campaign.
Yes, I mean that's like fundamental. First, one comment: we just changed the name of our podcast after 100 episodes to Mastering E-commerce Marketing.
Okay.
So that's just one comment. And in terms of influencers, look, I mean, the new generation of shoppers, let's call them Gen Zs or even the millennials, are very, very much influenced by social commerce. In the other probably explanation of social commerce, which is how do you purchase and how do you influence by your friends or influencers who purchase the same products and are happy with the product. So if you see an influencer that you trust and he likes or she likes the product, then in most cases, in most scenarios, you will purchase the product as well, like blindly. Okay.
Yeah.
So influencers, I mean, they need to have the right balance between creating content for brands and creating content that provides value, right? It's very important not just push products, but because this doesn't work, like in any relationship between people, you need to provide value, you need to listen, and you need to work with analytics and try to understand what's working for you. But the idea is to create some kind of a community, and the way to differentiate yourself from others today is not by looking at your competition, it's try to understand what they are doing. The way to do that is by zooming in to a specific niche or a specific community, right? And if you focus and zooming into more and more, I would say, focused niche, that's your way to differentiate and be specialized in that specific niche. Just the fact that you are announcing it make it interesting, right? So think you said you're a lawyer, right? And a lawyer has an expertise in certain areas. And in that expertise, you can zoom into more and more focused type of expertise, and then you'll become an expert in that niche. And probably you have millions of followers who are excited about that specific topic, even if it's like 10,000 of people. It's okay. It's enough people to build a community around that. And once you start building and providing knowledge about that type of specific segment or market niche, then you're becoming a thought leader and an influencer in that specific niche. So the idea is to provide value, to provide like market opportunities, trends in the market, some case studies, testimonials, variety of information, which is not just pushing a service. It can be like a 20-80% type of combination. 80% provide value and 20% just try to propose something. So that's the thought process around that. On the other hand, if you are a company who is looking for influencers just to promote your product, that's very, very powerful as well, because influencer-led content is much more powerful than company-led content. Okay, because influencers, they have followers in your specific niche, which are in high volumes probably, and working with a lot of them. And I talk about micro influencers, okay? Not like mega celebrities. Not this one. I'm talking about people with, let's say, 10 to 30,000 followers. That's it. And working specifically on that niche is going to become very, very powerful because these people are still, if you're in that level, these people are still providing the right combination of value versus, promoting a product. And working with them is very easy to do. Not easy, but it's something you can do today on TikTok. There are a lot of software companies like software as a service company, or even talent management and agencies who can help you reach out to those influencers. And this is from the company perspective. If you want to work with them, again, this is a very, very powerful marketing tool, and the results are very, very good for this type of investment.
All right, so I want to end this show by talking about what you do, what Vimmi does,
Yeah.
and sort of how you can effectively run a successful bootstrap SaaS company
Yeah.
in today's economic climate.
So we are a SaaS company, the software as a service, a software platform that companies can open account and enjoy a variety of functionalities. We are a sales acceleration platform, helping companies grow their sales through the power of video, and that interactive or shoppable video, whether it's a live event or non-live event. Non-live videos, the idea is to deploy those videos on your own company storefront or website, and also on your social media accounts. And we do all of that from the same dashboard, from the same backend, or from the same console that you can manage. We sync product pages, or you can launch product pages inside Vimmi, connect videos to those product pages, and deploy those videos across the board, enabling social commerce and checkout opportunities, for your potential buyers. The platform also supports, as I said, live shopping, shoppable video, social commerce, but also gives you a lot of insights in terms of data and AI functionalities to help you retargeting and improve recommendation for products and content, and just figure out what's works best for you. We work with large companies, small companies, and also mid-sized companies across the board. And you can start for free. I mean, you can just go to vimmi.net/pricing, and then you can just open a free account. It's free for life. You can just go live, create shoppable events, and if you need more capacity in terms of number of live event or shoppable, you can just go to a higher tier of a subscription, which gives you the option to do that.
All right, so what's the best way to get in touch with you? I'm interested in what you're talking about, but I'm not really sure, it's a right fit for me, something like that.
Yeah,
Best
reach
way
out
to
even just to chat and brainstorm. Happy to talk. I'll talk all day, with people, and I understand, some of the major threats, objections, fears, probably with videos. Happy to help. So I am very active on LinkedIn, Eitan Koter on LinkedIn, EITAN, last name Koter, KOTER, or send me an email to eitan@vimmi.net. It's EITAN@VIMMI.net.
All right, Eitan, thanks for coming on the show. Actually, not only did you hopefully educate my audience, but you opened my eyes to a whole new world. And it was great to meet you. And that'll do for this episode of Cut to the Chase. You know what to do. You subscribing helps the show out, rating, reviewing, comments. I'm going to drop all of Eitan's information in case, you dropped out the last 10 seconds of the video. How dare you? All right. That'll be it for this show, Eitan.
Thank you, Greg. It was a pleasure.
All right.
That's all for this episode of Cut to the Chase. But before you go, will you open up your podcast app and give us a 5-star review? You can also leave a comment about what you liked most or other topics you'd like us to cover. And please be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming shows. Thanks, everybody. Be safe out there.